Hello, viewers of Rooted in Revelations. My name is Sister E. Time is running out. As we witness the events unfolding across the world, wars, disasters, and moral decay, it becomes clearer with each passing day that the end is near. It was in the year 2015 when I woke up with my heart pounding in my chest. The sound of its beating felt like small bombs exploding in my ears. I sat up suddenly, realizing I had been dreaming. Or was it a vision? The shock of what I had seen gripped my heart with fear. Was it the end of the world? In my dream, I was attending a meeting with colleagues not far from my workplace. It was a beautiful, sunny summer day. The meeting was held in a high-rise building in the central business district. I remember clearly it was a Friday. Fridays always brought me joy because I got to go home and see my children. At the time, I worked about 100 kilometers from home. I rented a place near work during the week and would travel home on weekends. Weekends were precious to me. After the meeting, I left the building to look for my car in the parking lot. A male colleague walked with me. In the dream, the parking lot was just across the street from the building. But as we stepped outside, we were met by a grey, smoky sky. People were running without looking back. Confused, I looked around. Cars were honking wildly, speeding past us. What shocked me most was that every car was on fire. People were running and burning. The horror froze me. Everyone was fleeing, all heading east. My colleague and I stood still, as though watching a movie. But as they say, curiosity killed the cat. I moved toward the end of the street to see more. What I saw next shook me to my core. Whirlwinds of fire were falling from the sky, consuming everything in their path. The once bright sky had turned blood red. I looked to the right. I looked to the left. There was nowhere to escape. The fire was closing in. Then I realized the fire was coming from the direction of my home. My children! Was my home gone? Would I never see them again? I could already feel the heat of the flames. They were approaching from every direction, fast, unstoppable. I remembered scenes from movies about nuclear war, but this was real. Suddenly, my colleague grabbed my hand and we started running. He led me into a basement parking garage beneath a building. As we entered the basement, I wondered, would we survive? Inside, it was pitch black. I couldn't see anything, and then I woke up. My heart was racing. It took several minutes for my breathing to return to normal. I sat there, trembling, asking myself the same question I still ask to this day. Did I see the end of the world? Was it a nuclear explosion? I don't know for sure, but as I listen to other people's testimonies about the end times, I believe God may have been giving me a glimpse of what is to come. Terrible times are coming to the world. We must pray without ceasing and seek the Lord's face with all our hearts. As if that vision wasn't enough, the following week I had another. This time I was back home, walking down the street in a quiet suburban area. The place was serene and beautiful. I noticed how clean the street was, the tarred road long and straight. My sister was with me, along with my 2 sons. Suddenly, a wave of biting hot air blew in our faces. Surprised, we stood still, wondering where the heat was coming from. Dogs came running from their homes. All sorts of animals passed us by, running away. Birds flew toward the mountain. When I turned to look, my eyes zoomed to the top of the mountain. All the animals were standing there, looking back at us, as if to see whether we would survive the hot air. I woke up stunned. Then a week later, I had another experience. I was at work, standing outside under a tree with some colleagues, chatting. Suddenly, small whirlwinds of very hot air began to swirl toward us. I couldn't breathe. We all scattered in different directions. I felt as though my skin was peeling off my bones. The whirlwinds were everywhere. I managed to find a hiding place away from the winds. Just as I was catching my breath, I woke up. I prayed desperately for God's protection.
Let us seek God's discernment.
Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. Closing call to action. Have you had visions or experiences about the end times? Have you encountered the supernatural? Share your story. Write to us at rootedinrevelations@gmail.com.